guys, how are you? I hope you guys are well. I missed you so much. So today I want to talk about something I may have actually started with, but hey, I'm just here to deliver. It came to me just recently about fitting in. That's a very crucial topic, I know that, about fitting in. So I struggled a lot. I'm gonna start with a story. I struggled a lot when I was a child, like around 7, 8 years old. I used to feel weird. Like I've had that name since I was a child and it's stuck with me because I called myself weird. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And that's because I never fit in. You'd be around friends, they have their cliques, they have things going on for them, they have they were these super cool people, and then you're like, you have no form, you have nothing to classify yourself as. Like, you just feel like you're out of place completely. You want to go run, hide somewhere, because it felt like a privilege to be around people who had something going on for them. Even at such a young age, imagine, like you would identify there are people who are just in this energy where they're just excited, they always have something going on, they have, you know what I'm talking about. I always felt that, like that weird kid who doesn't even know what's the latest songs, who doesn't keep up with the trends. Yani, I had a very funny childhood, and not in a weird way, literally, because I felt like I never fit in anywhere. You go to that group, they know more about music, I still don't fit in there. You go to that other group, they know more about anything to do with life, movies, the nice things. I knew nothing at all. I was called weird at one point. I think, how old was I? I think 8 years old, and I've never forgotten. There's this girl who just said it. I don't know, maybe she just felt like if I just called it out, maybe other people also thinking it, you know? So she just called me weird, and I remember I never forgot that. Probably cried at the end of the day, but anyways, so I'm that girl who never felt like she fit in anywhere. Growing up, actually, until in my university, to be honest. From there is when I started to kind of find myself somehow, okay? But still I wasn't fitting in, but somehow I was starting to kind of understand where I can put myself in, because I still felt like I wasn't fitting in. Actually, even, hey, that's a story for another day. Even that trying was still, I was still out of sorts. But why that is important today, that's what I'm about to talk about. So fitting in doesn't really mean you belong. So you can fit in and still not belong. For me, I knew I wasn't fitting in, so I wasn't even trying. I tried and failed. Okay, so when you try that much and that hard to fit in and it doesn't work, the only other option is to stand out. That's just how it is. I tried so hard to be a part of these groups, at least so I can find myself, find my voice, find my form, and it still didn't work. So standing out was the other option, and that's where I'm at today. And that is why I'm able to come here to you guys, say what I'm saying, because I finally took that path of standing out. Fitting in didn't work. You know what I mean? And sometimes that's exactly what you need. Even when God calls you for that vision, even when God calls you on that one thing that you're not sure how you're gonna get it done, you don't even know how it's gonna play out. Like me doing YouTube right now, I moved to my apartment. I've talked about this late last year. When I moved here, I had so many plans of what I wanted to do. But for some reason, this is what I'm doing right now, YouTube. Why? Because at the time, all I ever wanted to do was to move. That was my main focus. And now that I did, God brought the vision to me. See, before moving, a few days, like say 2 weeks, something came to my mind like, what if I just started recording? But I never gave it a lot of thought. It was just like a passing thought, and I'm like, entertained it for a little bit, and then I'm like, it might be, it could be, it can be, and forgot all about it. And then fast forward, a month later, here I am. And I didn't know, I just recorded the first video, and since then, this is what I'm doing. I love it. I never knew I could love it this much, but I'm just happy to share with you guys my journey, tell you how my story has been becoming, and who would know, who would ever think, who would have ever thought I'd be here sharing with you guys my story. I'm happy to do this. I hope you guys know that I'm happy to share my story because it might help somebody out there going through the same thing, or a friend of a friend who feels like my story, they resonate with it. Maybe it's their story as well. It could help somewhere. It could help someone. That's what I know for sure. And standing out is exactly where it's at for me. Maybe you feeling that's okay, that's you, your clique. For me, I had to stand out in everything. My taste of music, different. How I reason, how I think, different. How I get things done, different. Like, there's nowhere I actually fit in. And while I thought I was the weird kid with a problem, even wondering what's wrong with me, God was there like, you just wait. You don't even know what I have planned for you. You have no idea, Mary, what I have planned for you. I feel like that's how God was putting it out. Because honestly, looking back, I'm like, I would never have thought that I would be here sharing with you guys my story. But then again, here I am. This is me today, and I'm so very grateful to be doing this. I'm gonna say that until I drop dead. I love doing this, you guys, and I didn't know that I would love it this much. I didn't, but then again, okay, so that was a very funny story. I was the weird kid, my goodness. Looking back, if I was to say something to that kid if I was to say anything to that kid that thought she was weird what is wrong with me? If I was to say something to that kid that thought she was weird, is you made it. You and your weirdness, here you are, you made it. You came out of that weirdness of feeling weird, and you actually became your own you. You stood out every step of the way, and you didn't stop. You didn't give up trying to find your form. So I'm happy for her. So even if this is you today, wondering if you'll ever find yourself or your clique or your vibe, that's a sign. That's a sign that it's gonna come eventually. Maybe not now. It took me over 10-15 years feeling weird always. So it's gonna take long or not. Either way, you'll find your vibe, you'll find your authenticity, that you'd want to just be in it so bad that it actually repels the bad things, or rather the bad energies, and attract people with authentic energy like yours. Yeah, That's what's gonna happen. So if you don't fit in, don't even try anymore. Accept and find another route, because you're meant to stand out. That's a sign that you are meant to stand out, and you're gonna find your voice and you're gonna find your form, and that will be the best thing that happens to you. I promise you. I do, because it's true. And so when God calls you to that thing, just take the call. Make that change. Move countries. Move wherever God is telling you to go. He's aligning something there for you, but you may never see it, or you cannot see it until you're there. Clarity comes after commitment. So you have to first commit, then clarity will follow. So whatever it is that you feel like weighing on you, should I do, should I not? If it's God calling you, you shouldn't even be asking. Just make the jump, move, whatever it is. Because maybe that's what you are waiting for. And what you're waiting for is that God is waiting on you to make that step. So yeah, stand out, stand out, stand out. That's what I'll tell my Kayang self, who was always weird. Stand out, which I did. I mean, I ended up here, but I did try to fit in, and I paid the price. So stand out. And yeah, I hope you guys are going to resonate with this message. Whoever you are, you found this message for a reason. And I'm telling you today, God is telling you today to keep standing out. Don't try to fit in. You're not meant to. So keep standing out. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.